Hey, what's going on, everyone? June here with Hapa英会話, and joining me today is CJ. What's going on, CJ? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me.
So today, guys, we are going to talk about other ways to say you're welcome. So you're welcome, of course, people thank you. I think the first thing that you learn as a student is to say you are welcome. But CJ, you and I know that in everyday conversation, there are so many other ways to respond to somebody when they say thank you. With you, CJ, when someone says, CJ, man, thank you, how do you usually respond? What is like your go-to when somebody says thank you?
That's an interesting question. In fact, I don't always say you're welcome. That's not usually my, phrase. I'll usually say something like, hey, it's all good, man. No problem.
Nice. Now, so let's start with the it's all good. I feel like you don't ever see that in textbooks. So in what kind of situations would you use it's all good?
Okay, so let's say, for example, my buddy calls me up. His car is broken down. He's like, hey, man, can you come get me for the movie? So, yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll come swing through and get you. So I'll get my car, drive over and get him. And he's like, hey, man, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's all good, man. No problem. Yeah,
exactly.
So this is, small situation.
Just for reference, CJ, you are originally from Kentucky, right?
Kentucky. Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky.
Kentucky. So we got a CJ from Kentucky, and I am from LA, but it's all good. It's just one of those expressions that, especially when I'm hanging out with my friends, they thank me for something that I feel like is not even like worth mentioning. They don't even have to say thank you to me. It's just something that I just kind of do out of, because they're my friends,
Yeah, right.
But how about like at a workplace? Let's say, for example, like a coworker, for example, or a boss says, thank you, CJ. Would you in that situation say it's all good? Or would that also kind of depend on the situation?
Well, yeah, it would depend on the situation. It would depend on the boss too. So, things like that, I kind of react in the way that they react when I thank them for something, or, and if they say, it's all good, or they say something like that, then maybe I'll return the same vocabulary if they, if it's the other way around. But in general, no. In general, I would say you're welcome.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, just keep it safe. I got to keep it safe in that case.
So we got it's all good. No problem. Was that the other one that you brought up? It was like, it's all good, no problem. Kind of like a set thing that you put together there.
I probably use that one a lot, more than I realize. I mean, thinking about these things, maybe I use no problem a lot. But maybe.
Yeah.
But there is one more I can give you.
Okay.
Yeah, that is, have you ever heard people say like, hey, no worries?
No worries. Yeah, so that was going to be my other one that I was going to mention. Yeah, no worries. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, you use that one a lot too?
No.
No worries? Oh, you don't use no worries a lot. Ah, crazy. Okay.
I don't actually care for the way it sounds. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody else uses it, that's cool. But just not my style, I guess.
Got it, man. So so I think my go-tos are usually no problem, it's all good, or no worries. I don't know. That might be like an LA, SoCal kind of thing, but I do hear no worries a lot here. It's definitely like on the casual, informal side. But, also like at workplaces and stuff like that, especially if you're talking with your coworkers and they thank you for, helping out with a project or, with the presentation or meeting or whatever it is. No worries. I don't feel like it sounds offensive or anything like that. Right?
No, it's appropriate. It works in that situation for sure.
Yeah.
And then one last one. One last one. You got it.
You got it. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Yeah. I think that's a tricky one for a lot of students. So what does it exactly mean when you say thank you and you respond by saying you got it?
So then we have to look at it. What is it? Yeah. What exactly are we talking about? In the example I gave earlier, it's me coming to pick up my friend. So I'll say, hey, man, you got it. That it is me picking him up. So I guess if I had to think about it that way, maybe whatever situation they're thanking us for.
It's one of those hard ones, man. I remember like my students asking me that exact question, like, what does that it mean? And in every situation, it's a little bit different. I think as native speakers, you never really think about what that actual phrase you're saying really means. You're just kind of letting them know it has that same feel of like, no problem. This one's for you right here. Don't think anything of it kind of thing. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. The more I think about it, now that you mention it, yeah, it is tough to, I'm not even sure I understood my own explanation.
I got a couple listed here. You could tell me if you use any of these. How about anytime?
I've used that before.
You used that before?
I have. Yeah.
So I feel like this one, if like you do somebody a favor, they say thank you, you say anytime, kind of has like that. Yeah, man, I'll help you out anytime. Ask me for a favor anytime, kind of thing, right?
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
I got two more here. How about of course? You ever go with of course? Thank you, of course.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
I probably have done that.
Yeah.
I've definitely heard it. Yeah.
You bet. You ever use that one? Thank you. You bet. Betcha.
I've heard it. I haven't used it. Yeah, haven't used it, but I have heard it.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So you bet. I hear it. It's not one of the expressions I use, but it's I don't know. It probably depends on where you're from, your age, and stuff like that. But it's an expression that you definitely hear. Maybe I might hear my dad actually use this to tell you the truth.
Hey, you bet.
You bet. You betcha.
I can imagine. Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, there we go, guys. I think we covered a whole bunch of expressions here. So I think, just to kind of summarize what we talked about here, you're welcome. Definitely a good expression to know, but I think we can both agree that it does kind of have like that formal feel to it. And if you're like just having, a casual conversation with friends, we got other expressions like no problem. It's all good. No worries. Anytime. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys found this video useful today. Don't forget, CJ is an amazing teacher on Cafe Talk. You could find all of his information in the description below or go to cafetalk.com and find him there. CJ, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys.